So we put into a little cell like this, make us wait while they set the agenda, get the narrative going, and then we go in and they just dictate to us what happens. It's not a proper meeting, is it? It's not a case of we have any input. They basically dictate terms to us, what's going to happen, what is not going to happen. It's supposed to be a multidisciplinary meeting with my own involvement, with the discussion going on between all parties concerned. But what actually happens is they reel me off into this little dungeon cell while they sit there talking amongst themselves and coming to a conclusion that they feel that's in their best interest over and above what's in me and my family's best interest or Talib's best interest. And what they want to do is they want to, just put us into this situation. Then they're going to dictate to us, and it's just basically theatrical. It's just a theatre now. They're all in there. How many did I see? I saw, fungi, I think Bali, I think I saw Bali, I'm not sure. And there's Dr. Simun Sami's gone in, and there's another junior doctor that's gone in, and no doubt, what is it? No doubt, Dr. Dixon's going to be there. So already I know there's 2, 3, 4, 5 people there already. None of them is Nadia Khan or Hosina Brown. Always theatre with these people. Always theatre. Drama and theatre. They come to my house, they'll be outside having a discussion, a quick chat outside to get on board. Hello, doctor. I've got some new faces.
Yeah. So these are medical students.
Pardon?
Medical students. I think you've met Nikki, yeah.
Have we met before, Nikita?
Yeah.
When was this?
Last week. Yeah. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I must have forgotten.
And
What's your name?
Ali.
Oh. And this gentleman I've met?
My name is Sora, I'm one of the doctors.
Junior doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. The phone guy, and what's your name?
Audrey.
Audrey, okay.
Right then. Talib, how are you? Talib, कैसे हैं आप? So बढ़िया. You tell me, Shazad, how are things?
Well, there's been no really, everything's pretty much the same.
I thought there was some progress.
Pardon?
I thought there was some progress.
Well, I would like to know what progress there is.
That the KME's assessment has been done.
Well, yes, I mean, obviously it's not completed yet, and I've raised some issues. I only had an opportunity to have this, Mr. Fungai dropped you off on Monday at 6 o'clock, and then subsequently we had a quite lengthy discussion yesterday. And obviously I've asked for some amendments to be made. But yes, I guess that is some progress. I mean,
Yeah.
we've started, we're nearly...
So what amendments have you asked?
Well, I think one of the things I did ask for, and I think the major concern I had was that there was a lot of reference to myself, and I just feel that Talib's needs need to be identified in isolation to myself. I think I mentioned this to your colleagues that his needs are not dependent upon myself. And that's what my expectations were of the needs assessment. So I think there's a disparity between the expectations and what's actually happened.
What he didn't want was his name highlighted, saying that he's meeting those needs.
Right.
We've removed that.
Right.
Because he didn't want his name identified. We're talking of confidentiality.
Well, I mean, that's another issue as well.
We put his brother is meeting those needs.
Well, the thing is, there's two aspects of this. I mean, one of the, as you may or may not know, I take data protection very seriously. Many other people don't. So many people in the population don't. I take it very, very seriously. And obviously, it's something that's in line with present legislation that has come in place, which gives us more freedom to access the data. Often what I found in my experience is that obviously my role as Talib's carer and various other family members' carers is that often I take an advocacy role in acting on behalf of Talib or my mother or father or brothers, simply because they're not in a position to liaise with yourself. I mean, if Talib was to come here and liaise with yourself, there would be a certain level of difficulty, which would be, you would say, well, first of all, the language difficulty. Now, even if you get in an interpreter, you know, not knowing Talib's background, him being hard of hearing, not having the right dialect, it's difficult for him to express himself. So often you can understand that's my role. Now what often happens is, as part of my role, I often give him a lot of information on my own, which gets mangled into Talib's care package or support package or other documentation. Now obviously I've had concerns regarding this, and particularly dealing with the social services. When I've asked for my information, they go, "We don't need your information." Well, technically you do. And according to, and obviously I've then got in touch with the Information Commissioner's office saying, look, so where are my rights in this scenario? And they give it, well, quite rightly, you have a right to your own information if it's been, you know, voluntarily given in the process or in the process of service delivery. And so that's one of the problems I have. Like, for example, if my name is being mentioned somewhere, if I then was to ask for that information, you would say, well, no, this is Talib's records, and we can't give you that information unless Talib consents to this. And this is kind of some of the problems I had. So I think, so that's one of the points that I, you know, obviously wanted to address. That if my name is being mentioned, then I have a right to access that information. Number one, and number two is that I think I think most of the issues I had with the approach that's been taken through the needs assessment, and I highlighted that, you know, his needs assessment should be based on what his needs are, what the causes of those needs are. And I think we had this discussion last week where, you know, you said that, you know, the way you approach things is solution-based, all right? And I think that should be a two-part process. First of all, identifying what your needs are, and then looking at possibilities of fulfilling those needs. What I found in the assessment process is that both of those two different stages are being mangled into one. One of the examples is that, have you had an opportunity to look through the needs assessment?
No, it's not my area.
Okay, all right. Okay. But I mean, one of the last questions that they asked is that identify what the needs are, and this is a double up. Right? So this, well, you know, this already talking about a double up or an agency. And all I wanted to basically do through the needs assessment was looking to give Talib an opportunity to express what his needs are, identifying what his needs are, and have that documented somewhere. So in case somebody else looks at this, you know, they can just clearly identify what his needs are. Now, one of the things that I'd hope to highlight through the needs assessment, one of the priorities for Talib right now, obviously my primary priority was to go home. And the secondary priority, which is an issue of concern that I would expect all professionals to be aware of, is that Talib's persistent constipation and then subsequent overflow. And so I would have liked the needs assessment to have focused in on something like this. And through the
because you can have constipation and then
about commitment needs.
Yes, but you know, obviously, but then, you know, obviously through the need for assessment, you know, like issues regarding my mum not being there, you know, those are transitory situations that change over time, within from 1 week to the next. That shouldn't really be included in something in my brother's needs assessment. That, you know,
I think that's the guidelines that people have to do. That we have to put in the who's living, who was living, because the situation can change because the mom can come back.
Yeah, and
so
but that's not how is that relevant to the needs?
We have to look at everything.
Well, you know, after what I find is that when you need to record, you need to be specific. All right, you be general, and when you need to be general, you be specific.
See, I've not designed that form, have
I don't have an issue with the form, and no, I'm happy with the template. Obviously, who did design the form? Okay. Well, does anybody know? No. Well, it didn't just come out of nowhere.
Of course.
Somebody's designed it, and somebody's designed it with a bias in place. And obviously, I don't have many issues with it because it is a general template. okay, that the NHS has to follow, and then obviously it's been administered locally by.
So are you happy with all the needs identified or something that is done?
Like I said, I've made some changes to there.
So one is the name change that you wanted to get your name removed, and then what's the other one?
But no, I don't think we need to have this discussion today. I'm just conscious of the time. I think I've highlighted to Mr. Fungai what those things are, and that's still on the way. I have asked, did you receive my emails yesterday?
The emails I did.
Yeah, okay, all right. So obviously I'm going to openly liaise with Mr. Fungai to deal with that. Particularly you've highlighted that you haven't seen this yet, and it's not something that it's part of your remit. So I'm quite happy to work with Mr. Fungai to have that finished up.
My position here is that Talib, as we all know, for the last 5 weeks does not have any acute inpatient care. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
His needs does not require an acute inpatient bed. He is still holding it. And you can understand the pressure on me, the charge, and we're waiting for the progression to happen, and it has happened now. Now the question is, where do we go from here?
Yeah. Well, I think
my duty is to find out whether science needs are met or not.
Okay.
And you're an important person in that factor.
A very crucial person.
Yeah. So the question is, are you still meeting Talib's needs?
Okay, yes. That's not an issue. I think once again it's the focus and approach that's been taken here. I think if you remember the first conversation that we had was on the 19th of December.
I don't remember the date, no?
Yeah, it was the 19th of December. The first conversation we had when Talib was going to be discharged for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And at that stage you were saying, well, actually I'm quite happy to discharge you now if you want. And I said no. And then subsequently we came back on the 2nd of January, and once again, obviously, I said, look, the hold-up seems to be here. With all due respect to yourself, I appreciate your priorities here, but once again, I've noticed that, your seniors are not here, which is now Khan. And if there's any blame to be put on why a bed is being taken up, it's not directed at myself. Okay, it's not. I'm fully cooperating.
No, don't worry. It's not your problem.
Yes, it's not my problem. Yes, right. Yes. The reality is that, can I ask why is Nadia Khan not here or Sina Brown?
As I already said, I don't know.
The last time
I've tried my best for them to come here.
Well, the reality is that obviously I've tried to contact them. The last time I saw Vicina Brown, and today even, there is actually no input because not even Bali's here. All right, so there's absolutely no input from the service management team. Yes, the service management team is not here, so that's one thing. I'm happy that at least the needs assessment has been going to a conclusion there. If you remember, initially when I came back on the 2nd of January, you confirmed that those are the 5-24-hour care, 7 days a week. I need to have that documented, and then we can move forward.
We've highlighted his needs and that we've highlighted that you created a budget, and you said you didn't want direct payments, you wanted personalized.
We're still negotiating this, but ultimately, my aim, obviously, from that first conversation we had, I think Lorna was here, yes, and obviously she did a preliminary assessment of Talib's needs, and so that's, I'm quite happy that that's progressing, but it's something that still needs to be finalised. But primarily, what the main sticking block here is that, as you can appreciate, your seniors, all right, are not here, and there's no formal excuse or reason given why they're not here, and that needs to be addressed. I think what do you suggest about this? Well,
I think Vicina was saying that she is going to get in touch with you to arrange an appointment, whether it be telephone or face-to-face. She's going to do that.
Well, that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I think that needs to happen, and I think that you don't need to be impatient for that. That can happen Hotel, that can happen at your place. I think out of the way, but that in Taliban.
Well, the second thing is obviously, like I said, I had a 4-point agenda, all right? As you can appreciate, while it's a cost to yourself, can I just ask how much is the cost of a bed here a day?
£59 per night.
How much?
£289.
£289 a night. So that's money that's being held, and it's not something that's in my interest. And every week that Talib is out with myself, is that those costs I'm still incurring, and there's no financial resolve. So for the last 5 weeks, please try to understand that I am also trying to resolve this issue.
Yeah, but you have to think that I cannot do anything about it. I cannot do anything about it. If you want to get care on Talib, you should go to the council.
Look, I'm not talking about the payments. All I'm asking for is that the council are not looking to engage me, not even in this process. Right? I have tried my utmost best to contact the senior managers at the council, the solicitor at the council, because this obviously is a complex situation. Now, when you're telling me, Doctor, that you contacted them, what is their agenda? Why are they not coming? Clearly, they were quite happy to come. The last time I saw both Vicina and Nadia Khan was in court when they were trying to remove me as the nearest relative. All right, that's the last time I saw them. It just, well, we can all say, well, we don't know what's happened here, but the people that do know, so basically...
They just don't have time. They
No.
want to meet you
They've got enough time. What do they do? We're digressing. Yeah, all right. We're digressing. But the second point, obviously, is regarding my Talib's... these are the criteria that I need to fulfill in order for Talib to be discharged. All right. These assessments are on this way completely. That's going to be done. Yes. Second is mental capacity assessment, which we discussed last week. Why not? Did we not come to an agreement last week?
Agree to disagree, didn't we?
No. We agreed that you were gonna do a capacity assessment.
I didn't agree on any of this thing like that.
Did we not have a discussion where you said, well, a question needs to be put to me? And I said, well, this is the question I'm putting to you. Does Talib have the capacity to authorize me? And you said, oh, well, that's a question I can answer, and that we will do this next week. I can get an interpreter.
And everybody else is saying, I never said that. I never say that today, I'm going to the capacity assessment of Talib. What we talked about last time was about, again, the same thing, that capacity is, again, situation specific.
Obviously. Okay. I mean, we had this discussion yesterday.
My example about whether I want to deliver a room and things like that.
We did, Doctor, but irrespective of that, let's just... I don't want to... If that's your position right now, then this is the assessment completed by Mr. Funga, and there's just one thing I wanted to bring to your attention here. This is a discussion I had with Mr. Funga yesterday. Section tells is to do with his cognition. Now, we did have this discussion, and you did agree with me, and this is one of the reasons I'm quite disappointed here, that you have agreed that Talib's mental health problems, his schizophrenia, has no bearing on his cognition.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we need that in writing. All right, we need that something in writing. So obviously, at some stage, I never said that. We need his mental health, his auditory hallucinations, has no bearings on his cognition, and obviously it's been highlighted here. Section 17. Here. Capacity. Applying the stage 2 test of capacity. Do you have reason to question whether the person being assessed may lack capacity to make specific decisions? Okay? So there's no there. So and this is a conversation I had with yesterday, I said, look, if the person doesn't lack capacity and you've got no reason to believe that he lacks capacity, there's no issue of specific questions then, is there? There's a specific question. Just 1 second, Doctor. If the question had been yes, right, we have reason to believe, all right, then you can deal with, that's the principle behind it, because obviously I've read up about the Mental Capacity Act, yes, and the principle, because you're then undermining the principle. It's a bit like, how can I say this? It's a bit like when you go to the solicitor.
So that, if I have capacity to make a decision that I can go for a hypnotisation procedure, that does not give me the same capacity and the right or the consent that I can actually have an emergency blood transfusion when I had a fatal traffic accident. Do you understand that?
No, I don't understand.
It's very decision specific.
No, I don't understand.
And that's why. So a form for appendectomy is not the same as a form for a hypnotisation. Does that make sense? It all is a capacity. And this is
Okay, if I was,
very decision specific, and law is very clear about it.
it's, well, like I said, it's quite clearly written in black and white. Does this person have capacity? All right.
To make specific decisions.
Yes, and if he does, that's full stop. He can make his own decisions.
But Talib, can I just
Yeah, go on. She's out.
Capacity at the time when it was done, he had the capacity. Okay, but it does not mean, or if I have the capacity to make a certain decision now, it does not mean after 20 years later I will have the capacity
20 minutes
to
later
make
you
that
have capacity.
decision.
Okay, just hold on. In that example that you're giving, you have, if you have the capacity today, and today, and you can say, well, you know what, I'm making the decision today. In 20 years' time,
Yeah.
this is what I want to happen.
That is.
You can make the decision today, can't you?
Yeah,
No,
but that's
yeah, you can
Yes.
make, but that is you're talking something different now.
Okay.
You're not talking about capacity.
Yes, we are.
No.
That's an advanced directive.
You are not
Yeah.
advanced directive.
Yeah.
That if I have the capacity, I can make a decision that when I become ill, I don't want
But
this.
when I use capacity,
Yeah.
this is.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That is advanced
Okay,
directive.
all right,
It's
okay,
nothing
okay,
to
all
do
right,
with
okay, all right,
capacity.
okay, all right, all right. Okay, I understand your point. Sorry, doctor, I understand your point. Because once again, you know, like I said, from my own understanding of the literature, there's a difference between what you're saying. It's a bit like saying, well, is Talib fit and healthy? Well, we can't answer that question. We have to ask, is Talib's hand fit and healthy? We'll have to make an assessment regarding his hand. Well, then the next question is, specifically, is his arm fit and healthy? Is his feet fit and healthy? You know, the way you're orchestrating things, you can either say...
We are not
orchestrating.
No, let me finish my example. If you say, no, you're not, because if you were following the law...
Have you read about mental capacity?
Yes, I have,
What
yes.
does it say?
It says it has to be assumed. What's the first
You
principle?
are talking about one.
What's the first principle?
Yeah, it has to be assumed that everyone has got the capacity.
All right, what's the second principle?
You tell me, you are.
No, you're the professionals here.
Yeah, okay. So you are not listening to the professionals then.
You're not agreeing with us, you're not listening
Because
to us.
you've misinterpreted.
No, it's
The first principle is the person has capacity.
Yes.
Okay. Now, all right, just 1 second.
What are you working capacity? You're talking in broad terms. Capacity is time and situation specific.
Well, let's talk about time and
Yeah.
situation specific.
What do you want capacity for?
Okay.
You need to tell us that.
Okay. I told the doctor last week.
But that is already written there.
And
That
that's
they
what
have
I
got the
told you last
capacity.
week, that again it's time situation specific.
Yes, and you said to me, doctor, that next week we will be coming and we will be discussing regarding his capacity.
But why we do need to do a capacity? I don't understand that. What is to do with his mental health?
All right, I'll tell you why. Because Talib says to me, look, I'm not coming here anymore. He's very
I
frustrated.
agree, I would be frustrated.
He's very frustrated, and he's delegating his authority to me.
That's fine.
Okay. Now this is an authority that he delegated to me in 2014. And so this is all I'm trying to do. Like for example, if you were to go to court and you understand you're not a solicitor and it's a very alien environment to you and it's very distressing for you, you can say, well, you know what, I don't want to go there. I don't know about the law, so I'm going to sign over my authority to my solicitor to act on my behalf. All right. So you would do that. You have the capacity to do that. Similarly, Talib finds this issue of dealing with professionals, dealing with yourselves, dealing with educated people, dealing with people that speak a different language to him, very distressing. You can understand that as well, can't you? So he's then delegated this authority to me. All right? And nobody seems to recognize that authority. So all I'm trying to do is, this is what Talib is trying to do. All right? You can read this letter. This is what Talib is trying to do in... if you can just read this letter.
I don't know why you're showing us this. This is the private attorney that Talib has given to you.
Yes.
Yeah? So what speak up is here.
All I'm trying to do is, Talib is trying to authorize me to act on his behalf. And the question is that, does he have the capacity to do so?
Regarding what? Act
Reg-
regarding what?
Is it not written there?
The power of attorney.
Yes.
Yeah, it depends on
Power
5th of
of
November whether you have capacity or not to do
Okay,
that.
okay, all right.
Our attorney regarding?
Does it not say
No, I
that?
haven't heard anything.
Yeah. It's a general to act on his behalf. It's not going to be specific. There's two types of power of attorneys. There's a specific.
If it's general, then we can't do any capacity because you have to tell us regarding power of attorney.
Listen to me.
You can't say that he has got power, he can give you
Everybody has a right to delegate authority.
Yeah.
You have a right to delegate authority. Talib is looking to express that right.
Exactly.
What you're trying to do
It
is...
says specifically here that
Yes.
I will give an authority to complete authority to act on behalf and all matters. pertaining and relating to my health and well-being, my financial affairs,
Yeah.
renting and all these things.
Yeah, yeah.
It is fine.
Yes.
It's fine.
Okay, all right. So this is so you have to accept that. All right. Well, retrospectively, or well, did he have authority or not?
If he had not done that, he would not be talking to me about it. All this while, how many times we have met?
You've only met me because Talib has, and this is the second letter I wanted to show you. It's a long-winded letter, but the date of this letter is 2014. All right.
5th of November 2018.
You are still an inpatient, wasn't it?
Yes. All right. So see, you're gonna try and give me technicalities, but he was not. He was not in an inpatient in 2014 when he signed the.
What is this about, Shazad?
So this is the same document that Talib has signed, which was then obviously registered with his housing association. The very same document that Nadia Khan and Dr. Shaukat Ali would refuse to acknowledge that he's signing. If you acknowledge that this person.
There's two different aspects of these two documents. I know lots of things are being blacked out, but A is not witnessed.
It was witnessed.
But
It is. Look, you're not. Look, doctor. You're not.
That's what I would say first.
Okay, all right. You're not a legal professional. I'm not asking your legal opinion. This is a situation that happened. It was witnessed by other people. But if they choose not to act as witnesses, all right, just similar. Look, doctor, irrespective of it being valid, that's not the question being put to you. You're not a legal professional.
Why
that's not.
discussing then?
We are discussing.
Why are you showing it to me?
I'm
Why
showing.
you are discussing
Well,
this with
well,
us then?
all right. Well, Talib can sign it now and witness it.
No.
Well,
if we are not the proper people who
Which are the proper
discuss with
people?
The care and
Look. The problem. No, we are discussing it.
I'm going to tell both of you.
Okay.
Please, don't raise your voice. So this is A, first of all, Shazad, this is in 2014. Yeah? I cannot comment on this retrospective capacity either. 5th of November.
You can today, can't you? You can today, can't you? But today,
What will be the purpose?
to sign this document. If you're saying the fact that he can't sign, if you witnessed it, you couldn't. How did you have capacity to sign this document today?
I don't know. I can't.
Well, you can assess him then.
Well, I don't even have an interpreter here.
I'll interpret it for you.
No.
But you mentioned this. You mentioned this to me last time. You said
No, I didn't.
you did.
Did I mention this?
So do you need-
But let's just hold on a second. Did the doctor mention this last week? Doctor, I'm sorry, but I find it very infuriating when people. Doctor, I'm finding it very infuriating. Have I got false memory?
But if I find it very infuriating and feel a bit betrayed because
I feel betrayed.
I've been fighting for you with the rest of the managers and everybody.
Why should you be fighting for me?
You're telling me that I said something which I've not said.
Well, let's find out. Is that true? Is that
I
true?
never do.
Is
I
that
think
true?
we asked you to go and read about mental capacity.
And you
Act,
said
which
come back and discuss about
yes,
capacity again.
yes.
Because I asked about whether it was related to financial capacity, and I said you need to challenge that if it's to get receivership removed.
When you
And
did you not,
say you'd go read up.
doctor? Did you not say when I put the question to you and I said, all right, let me phrase it this way, and you said yes, I can do that. When you said it has to be specific, I said, all right, but fair enough. I'll ask you specifically, if that's the way you want to phrase things, that specifically this Talib has the capacity to authorize me. And you said, well, now you phrased it properly, and you couldn't do
And then
it.
it can be done.
Yes.
I didn't see that I'm going to see it today.
No. Do you remember that? Do you remember?
Yeah, you said if you make a decision specific, yes.
Yes, so I made a decision specific, and you agreed that the terminology was now correct, and you said I can't do it today because I don't have an interpreter.
Did it go like that?
No, I don't recall it going like that.
I have a very good memory, doctor.
Right, Shazad.
Even if it is, what I'm saying is that what are you wanting us to do? That's
Look,
what,
all I
let's
want you
come
to
the
do.
point.
All right. Today's session, and I made it quite clear to Mr. Funga yesterday that today I'll be coming to discuss. We've already discussed the needs assessment. All right. Today, something that you can discuss is mental capacity. Your doctor's discussing his mental. What question would you like? This is what I'm trying to achieve. All right. The Talib doesn't want to come in here. He would like me to come on his behalf.
Why do we need to do that?
Why would you not? It's written down. Talib. It captures Talib's expression, and it's written down and it's witnessed.
He's been discharged in a care, so that means he has got the capacity which we are.
Listen, that's your agenda to discharge him. Right now, you're looking to discharge him into my care, and you have no access to money. All right? No. Well, of course, it's got something to do with yourself.
No access to money.
Yes, he's got no access to money. All right, and that's still an answer. Go on.
at the moment, I think when we took some money, you refused to take it.
Sorry, just hold on a second. No, that's correct. Incorrect.
Can I just, you said you didn't want it. You said it, then we spoke with Talib. Talib said he would rather have Adalat bring the money. And thereafter, I think you've been to Adalat, and I think there have been issues about cards being cut up, and you're not able to access it, and Adalat is going to order a new card.
Okay. Can I just respond to this? Is it not true, Mr. Fungai, that, and I take issue with your professional conduct here as well, because obviously people tell me stuff that is then redacted. Is it not true that you telephoned me and you told me the fact that you have £60 available?
We were going to give you £60
just hold on
the Friday,
and
then you said you didn't want that.
No, doctor. You've given you. Let me tell me if I'm incorrect. So you rang me up on a Friday, and you said we've got some money for you, but unfortunately I won't be working on a Friday. Should we leave it till Monday, or would you like to come down and collect it from Horton Park? That's correct.
I said I'll drop it off. The other option was you to pick it up on Friday from Horton Park.
That's correct. Yes. And when I asked you how much that money was, you said £60.
60, and I'm coming on Monday.
All right, you said £60, and I said, well, if that's the case, we won't be coming to Horton Park to collect £60. All right. Then what happened is that you came down on Monday, and Monday you came down with £100. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You came down on Monday with £100, and then obviously I asked you before taking this money. I said, where did this money come from? You explained to me that it came from petty cash.
Yeah.
All right. That you had taken, and I said, who has put it into petty cash? You then explained to me that it was put into petty cash by the council. All right. And for those reasons, you told me that it's been put into petty cash by the council. It's not Talib's money. All right. For those reasons, I said, well, how can I accept? What's this about? Just one second. I said, what's this about petty cash? This is just confusing the situation. All we want is Talib's money, and the money you're going to give us is petty cash from the hospital that the council has put in. Some gobbledygook like this, okay? And I said, well, this just doesn't make sense to me. I feel uncomfortable taking money that's not Talib's or on Talib's behalf. Then I said, why do you ask Talib directly? You then asked Talib directly. Just one second. You asked Talib directly, and Talib said, look, I'll deal with it myself. Is that not correct?
Before we get there, we explained that we had spoken with Adalat. We're going to get money and then give it. So it was a matter of just switching money. Where it came from didn't make a difference. You were getting the money, and it was going to.
It did make a difference.
All right, to you it did.
Okay.
We then spoke with Talib, because you were insisting that you didn't want it. Then Talib said that you'd rather have Adalat come and give you the money. We went thereafter, spoke with Adalat. Adalat somehow didn't come. You went to see him.
And then I'll tell you what he said to us. He gave it to us. I gave them £200.
That's what he said. That he gave us £200.
Oh, please, Mr. Fungai, look, yeah, go on, explain. Go tell me your lies.
You went there, he had ripped up the cards, you looked through the cards, mended them, and you said there wasn't Talib's card, and Adalat said he's going to order a new card and give you whenever it comes.
So what card Adalat?
Just one second. What date did you receive the £200?
It would have been, I think, the Thursday, not Friday.
So when you rang me up, you had £200 from Adalat, and you were willing to offer the £60. Is that correct?
We were going to give you £60.
But you had £200, didn't you? You went
we were going to give you £60.
Yes, you can give £60, but you had £200 from Adalat. Yes. All right. So you had £200. Adalat gave you £200, and you were only willing to give £60, and then you went to this gobbledygook about, oh, it's petty cash and this and the other. So sorry, Mr. Fungai, you've just lost all credibility, because clearly you had £200. You should have rang me up and said, look, no, I'm getting agitated. I am, because look, the guy's lying.
No,
I'm not hiding. No. The reason why we said 60 is because we were told to give you 60 by Adalat, because he gives you a certain amount.
No.
Adalat says, give him this. You can come and get a few more, another amount at some point later on.
You're just tripping yourself over. Adalat's never given £60.
No. Right, you're going to stop.
Anyway, the money issue, you can have.
No, it's your credibility issue now. I'm sorry, just one second. You got £200 from Adalat. You rang me up and you told me we've got £60 available to you. Then you come on Monday, so that's Friday. By Monday, the £60 is turned to £100, and then the £100 you told me you got from petty cash. All right, never explaining to me that Adalat's given you £200, and then after we refused, you've given back Adalat £200.
Adalat's money is the money. You've given us instructions on what to do.
This is just pathetic.
Council has deputized Adalat. We cannot do anything about it.
This is not about deputization. This is about integrity.
If
you got £200 and you were willing to give £60, and then you said that you're the £60 from petty cash. Oh, please, doctor, come on.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Adalat gave Bali and Fungi taking account so that they don't have to come every time to collect money off it.
Who decided £60?
Adalat said he was giving him. That's what.
Look, doctor, I'm sorry, but why are you now defending a situation where you were not even involved in?
Well, I'm just seeing.
Hypotheticizing, yes?
I'm just seeing the third
Alright.
person was
Look,
going on.
I just want to. Can I get some glass of water? I feel very agitated. Okay,
Where is the situation with the card? You have the card?
look, try to understand, Adalat has been abusing my brother Talib. Okay, you're not willing to address that. Alright, so fair enough, let's move on. Talib does not have access to his money. Alright, he's asking for his money. You can ask him, he's here directly, ask him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's the situation with the card?
Well, first of all, we've gone over and he said, I'm going to give you the card.
Yeah.
Then he says, by mistake, and I'm repeating myself here, by mistake, I was going to put up my own card. I've put up Talib's card. Alright, then I said, where have you put it up to? And he gives it into the shredder. I said, I don't believe you, because obviously I know he lacks integrity too. So then he said, oh look, and he's showing broken pieces. So then I've gone into the shredder, reassembled all the cards, or just chopped up, put up cards, and none of them are Talib's cards. Then I said, well, none of these are Talib's cards. Then he said, oh, I must have done somewhere else. Anyway, it doesn't matter, I'll order another card. So now he's giving me some gobbledygook about, he's going to order another card. It's just, you know what it is, I'm just sick of the lies and the deception, right? Because it should be up front and upright, yeah?
Everything is so complicated.
It's complicated because people are lying.
Adalat gave us instructions, we have to follow them.
Which instructions? Or did that?
To give an alert.
Okay,
to
so why
share,
did
to
you
divide.
give me this gobbledygook about
I
petty
didn't have
cash?
to disclose that to you because
What-
you didn't
what-
want me to
oh.
disclose it to you.
Okay, why did you discuss about the petty cash? You had
Because
200.
I had to say something because you didn't want to disclose that they insisted that you get that allowance.
Look, Mr. Funga, listen. You just gave me this whole scenario about and when I questioned you about it, then you said the petty cash, the council put money into
That's
the.
what I was told to say.
Please. Who told you to say that? Did Adalat tell you to say that? Should we put Adalat?
You can call me if you want.
Look, doctor, I'm obviously quite vexated because obviously I then asked Mr. Funga yesterday, I asked him who his manager was. There's no transparency there. So who did you say your manager was?
Elaine Robinson.
And I then asked who's Elaine Robinson's manager.
They're not used.
Okay. Well, that's obviously a contradiction to the information I'm getting. Okay. I'm told that Elaine Robinson's manager is Nadia Khan. Is that correct? Is that correct? No, just hold on a second. Is that correct or not correct? Is that correct or not
If
correct?
you're not going to believe me, believe who you are.
Is that correct or not correct?
I'm not
I
going to do that.
rang up Horton Park,
Right.
and they told me this. So why would you tell me something different? Well, give me an explanation.
I'm not going to be.
All right, let me just clarify this. Let me clarify. Elaine Robinson's manager is Nadia Khan. That's correct.
Shazad, we're just going out of the point here.
Elaine Robinson's manager is Nadia Khan. That's correct. Don't look around. Just look at me. Elaine Robinson. It's not correct. Okay, fine. My mistake. I'll find out who Elaine Robinson's manager is then.
They're not used.
Right. I'm just coming back to the decision about Talib discharge.
Okay. Well, obviously, I don't think it's appropriate to discharge him because I need to have community input from Lavicina Brown and Nadia Khan.
I know you're saying that, but I think that again we have to disagree here. And I feel that this is not legal implementation that as well. You're going to make assessments.
It's not complete.
I know you have disagreed or any care package which is in place.
I have not disagreed. That's incorrect. That's incorrect, doctor.
Pending thing is that you still need to have a discussion with Vaccina.
Look, doctor.
And Nadia.
Look, just 1 second. If you want to discharge Talib today, you can override everybody's. You have the power to do that. You don't have the power to bring your seniors here, but you want to discharge Talib because you're being forced to do that. This is exactly the same conversation I had with Alison Guy and Deepak Patel back in 2005. This is the exact same conversation, and you overruled and discharged him. And look what happened subsequently. I ended up in prison. And why have I ended up in prison? Because of Mark Truin and the senior managers here. I've not committed any crime against anybody else. So if you want to override and discharge Talib today, you have the power to do so today. But there will be consequences to this. Now, I will take Talib if that's the situation, but I once again don't agree with your decision to discharge Talib into the community while there's no service provision in place for him.
Do you want any discharge medicines though?
Hmm?
Do you want any discharge medications in though?
Obviously, doctor, is your decision today to discharge him? Okay, well, fair enough. I object to this. and I believe that you are acting not in Talib's best interest. But if that's a decision that you've been commanded to do, because obviously this can't be your decision, nothing has changed from week on week. The assessment was barely completed yesterday. It's not been finalised. You've obviously been instructed. This whole thing is a facade today. All right. But if you want to discharge Talib,
2 weeks.
Shazad,
You get 2 weeks
nobody has
dischargement.
instructed anything.
please, you lost all credibility. We must some guys decisions today. Yes. Yeah.
What I'm trying
Please.
to say, what we're trying to say, inpatient is for people who are acutely and mentally. Talib has recovered, and I
Look, doctor. Let me just discuss this with you. When was he ever acutely ill?
when we got there.
You kidnapped him from my house. All right. You and Doctor. No, of course you did. Well, Nadia Khan was quite happy to come to my house. All right, with doctors. If he was acutely ill, we had a discussion prior to his admission. That was a fraud.
We are again going back.
No, we are going back to 3rd of August. Okay, when you came down with Dr. Nasser, okay, and Nadia Khan and the police and kidnapped him and brought him in here saying that he is acutely ill. He was having physical problems, mentally he was fine. You came and pressurized him. There'll be consequences to this too, okay, because you kidnapped him and brought him in here saying that, and then sectioned him and then tried to remove me as the nearest relative. He didn't need to be here, and then you tried, doctor. Put a complaint in? Yeah, put a complaint. But I assure you there will be consequences to what you've done to my brother. My brother shouldn't have even been brought in here. You witnessed what situation he was in. Doctor, you discharged him in July 2017 and wouldn't have nothing more to do with it. If he had capacity then, all right, then why subsequently has it been identified that he doesn't have capacity, just simply so he can be robbed of his finances? Talib today is in a situation, and luckily with my intervention, he's at least at home with his family. Well, what the agenda that was being put forward was to remove me as the nearest relative, deny my access to Talib, put him into a care home, and the money that's part of my family trust fund, which the local authority have stolen, they were going to use that to pay their friends in the care home and say we're doing everything fine. Was that in Talib's best interest? Talib today and from his discharge in 2005 does not lack mental capacity, and I want that to be recognised. And I want it in writing that his mental health does not affect his cognitive ability. If you put that in writing, that's fair enough. That's at least fair. If you're going to discharge him, what paperwork are you going to get? I have not today received any paperwork. When he was, according to the law, when he's been sectioned under the Mental Health Act, was his nearest relative informed? I have not received one piece of paperwork since he's come in here. So this is why it's a fraud. Now you're looking to discharge him. There's no paper trail here. There's no paper. Talib's here. Whenever somebody goes into a hospital, they're given a discharge papers.
It used to be.
Oh, it used to be. It's changed now. Well, we're requesting the discharge papers.
It's all on the system.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what system. Well, we would like full disclosure of his records then, all right? If you're under what legal grounds does he even come in here? Yes, I have a right, but it's been blocked, isn't it? If you're looking to discharge him, if that's a decision that you've been commanded to do, because you've got nothing to do, this decision has already been made, and you can hide behind your bureaucratic processes. If you're looking to discharge him today, that's something I'm objecting to, but obviously it's not something that I'm gonna have to take Talib into my care, and then obviously I'm gonna have to look to deal with the local authority or deal with yourselves accordingly to your senior managers. But obviously he needs his medication. What do you expect me to, if you're going to discharge him, not giving him his medication?
Would you want to come back or do you want to wait?
Yeah, we will come back, but we need his discharge. We'll need his discharge papers.
Yeah. And,
So are you willing to sign anything, or are you willing to make any recorded evidence? All right, you're not. So I've come down today, doctor. Why would you like a copy of this then? And this is the authority that's not.
go to medical records.
Yeah, I have gone through medical records, and everybody's trying to block us. You
That's
see.
the process. I cannot.
Doctor, you can put together, both yourself, two doctors have put my brother in here unlawfully, all right, detained him unlawfully, tried to take, he has not come home for, it's a law. What do you people know about the law? You abuse the law. I'm sorry, my brother has missed his Eid celebrations. Why did he miss his Eid celebrations? He couldn't come home for Eid. He missed his birthday, all right, please. Yeah. Okay. Well, you achieved your objective. You're discharging a person into my care, all right, without any money, without any support package in place, without any discussions from your senior managers because of your instructions. I assure you, doctor, you know my background.
If you want to, we can forward it again to our team and if you want to say
They are not willing to come here. They're not going to come out there. All right. All they're looking to do is put my brother in a vulnerable situation. How is this into my brother Talib's interest? My brother Talib has been complaining to me that he comes in here while you blocked me from coming to these discussions because I can hold my own, and he's saying things that everybody talks to me and does my head in. So are these multidisciplinary meetings minuted?
Yeah.
Okay, so every time that you've had a discussion with him, all right, it's minuted. Okay, well, Talib would, under the authority that Talib is now giving me today, we would like disclosure of his records. Yes, I need to know this. I explained to you there's 4 aspects in order for Talib to be discharged. First is his needs assessment. Second is his mental capacity. Third is to do with his data protection, with his data, so I know what's happening because I'm clueless. And fourth is resolving his finances. You're willing to do nothing of this. Yeah, we're going to discharge him because it's costing us too much money to keep a bed here. Well, Talib, when he was here last time, was kept in here for over a year. It didn't cost too much then. You see, everything I'm saying is going through one ear out the other because you've already made your decision. So we don't need to have any further discussion. Talib would like his discharge papers, will come back for his medication, and I assure you this issue is not going to be resolved like this because you're putting my brother's life in danger, you're putting my life in danger. No, we wouldn't. This is a hospital. This is a hospital. If I go to be listen, so everything designed according to how you want things.
No, this is how it's designed.
It's not designed. Who designed it that way? Who's in Talib? What is this in Talib? Is Talib's stay here being in Talib's best interest? Talib never had any acute problems with regard to his mental. He was not receiving appropriate support in the community. So what's happened is that Vicina Brown and Nadia Khan have privately commissioned, right, these services. What you should be doing is the how much did you say? £290 a night. 200 how much? 289 £289 a night. You should be getting that from the council. Yes. So what's your problem? Why are you discharging him? Get the money from the council. Because yeah, you can end it wherever you like.
Okay. Don't forget your papers.
But you're not willing to do a mental capacity assessment today regarding Talib's ability.
See a reason.
Well, I'm asking you for a reason.
We did it.
Talib, पता कि मैंने बहस लान लगे ना है ये पता कि बेईमानी करन लगे पिता नाल ठीक है बेईमान बंदे ने मैं तो बाहर लगे मैं आखिया ये बंदा होशे विच आने ना से कोई जरूरत मैं लिखी तो दियो बंदा होशे विच है ना आज क्या दे रहा है तारीख क्या है क्या तारीख है आला महीना क्या है साल क्या है 19 तो महीने इस महीने भी दिहाड़े कितने ना ठीक है तो तुम बात हो रहा ना कुछ है पोस्ट कोड गई डेट ऑफ बर्थ गई आला ठीक है तभी बा अपना नेशनल इंश्योरेंस नंबर गई
Why are you troubling him?
Well, you witnessed it. You don't have to sign anything, okay? Does everybody witness here?
That is not capacity.
Of course, it doesn't matter. What is capacity then?
This is what you just doing was orientation.
As part of the Mental Capacity Act, okay?
Is orientation the time, place, and person?
Yes, so he knows where he is.
Yeah.
He has.
Mean there's the capacity for say getting a vasectomy done.
What?
You see what I'm saying? It's
No.
coming back the same thing.
No, listen, Talib, to some authority me देने हो ना मेरे गल्ला करना है ना पूरी authority देने हो ना ठीक है you can leave if you want nobody's stopping you yeah you can leave you've just witnessed Talib identify where he's in space and time he has capacity he's identified his name address date of birth he's identified his national insurance number he knows where he is in space and time and he's now authorized me to act on his behalf
Talib, हम आपको discharge कर रहे हैं आपको यहाँ अस्पताल से डिस्चार्ज कर रहे हैं ठीक है अस्पताल से डिस्चार्ज कर रहे हैं आपको यहाँ नहीं आना पड़ेगा
yes
you understand English now
yeah he said talk to him don't talk to me
I'm saying
are you respecting his wishes he said talk to me
that's why I've spoken to you
yeah he's saying talk to me
it's my duty to tell him that what we're doing about
put it in writing then put it in writing we don't understand put it in writing let's have a copy of it then. Well, no, but what do you mean? Don't fob us off. We're here. We want. If you want to discharge him, what you're doing, doctor, look, there will be consequences. You can't, doctor, need to look around. There will be consequences to your actions. What you're doing today. There will be consequences to the fact that you kidnapped and put my brother in here.
That's fine.
Yes.
Listen, we need to finish this now.
Yes.
If you want a copy of this,
We can't be printed.
We can't provide copy. You need to go to medical record.
I've told
give
you.
in writing,
Listen,
and then they
if they feel that.
You get
It's
every
nothing to-
claim what you want. We can't even connect it to the
Doctor,
church.
doctor, you can't even get your seniors to come in here, but you're looking to discharge them because your seniors have advised you that you need to be discharged. Because of course they have. It's not a decision.
Papers.
Yes.
I'm really sorry that it's ending it. There's such like bitterness because we.
It started in bitterness, doctor. When you came to my house in July 2017, my brother swore at you and you still discharged him.
Leave it, please.
Oh, leave it. Yeah, well, leave it.
Don't forget your papers. Take your papers. Make sure you've done the secret. There's nothing pending from your side, isn't it?
No. I'll get you the copy of the Care Act that we updated following our contract.
Yes. And what's going to happen with Talib's money? Who do we need to talk to about this?
I think
Yeah.
a card has been ordered.
Well, let me explain something to you before I finish this conversation. I went to court in January 2018, and I told the judge, all right, that you can do whatever you want to do to restrict me of my finances, but I have a charge. My charge, okay, and I want to note it down, I charge £1 million per week per person I'm looking after. I think that's made quite clear to you. You will be invoiced for my services. I don't do something for nothing, all right? So I'll be charging yourself because that's the charge I'm charging the local authority. The local authority, just 1 second, when you brought my brother in here, I invoiced the local authority £855 million for the time that he spent outside in the community, all right? I'm privately now providing Talib services, and you're going to have to pay through it through your Keith and Doe's. And so I'm not going to do something for nothing. So if you want to commit this fraud, you by all means do so. I don't think there's anything further that we need to be discussing. You just need to be aware of the fact that, obviously, I've caught you guys lying to me to my face, and there will be consequences to this. Thank you very much. The next time you come to my house to try to kidnap my brother, we'll see what will happen. What did you say? What?
Can you come and see you at home?
Yeah, you can come and see me, but next time you kidnap my brother like this, okay, and bring him into here, there'll be consequences. Just like you kidnapped him on the 3rd of August, all right? With the police saying that you care about him. Nobody cares about my brother other than me, all right? Me and my family. You're here just to make money. This is just all a fraud and a facade. You come to my house, no problem. Come. I will always have an open door for you because you're so over duty of care to my brother. Can you open the next door for me?
Oh yeah, nice to meet you, sir.
Go up here. of course I'm going to be Xiaomi. Acho Baba, acho. Acho, acho. Yeah, they're looking in Talib's best interest, are they? Are they really? Acho na Baba? Yeah, they're looking in Talib's best interest. They just discharged him after I've objected to it. And they're saying, oh, don't record us when we're coming here. Yeah, they know the fact that I'm recording everything that they're doing. And they're saying, yeah, just do one. I'm obviously being annoyed because they're lying to us, saying the fact that they're looking at Talib's best interest. Nothing's been resolved. Barely the needs assessment has been carried out, or not to my satisfaction. And now they're looking to just fob us off. All right, it's costing them £289 a day, a night. And so therefore, this costing them too much money. They need to release that bed, and they're not looking to resolve things. Nadia Khan's not bothered to come down to meet me, or Vasina Brown. They're quite happy to take us to the courts room, and basically just telling us, just go do one. All right, we don't care. We've exploited the situation as best as we can.